The main tips I would say is like think outside the box. Like you got to figure out how to intercept the middleman and like be the middleman essentially from like from the libraries, from the junk removal companies, from the estate sales, so you can get them all in bulk.
What's up, guys? Today I have Tanner on the channel. He's done 65,000 in sales part-time. He's got a job. He's just flipping books on the side, books, CDs, DVDs. And in this video, he's going to break down exactly how he was able to achieve those results. Welcome to the channel, brother. Pleasure to have you here.
Appreciate you, man. Happy to be here. Been watching the channel for a minute. It's good to chat and make an appearance myself.
Heck yeah. So give us a little bit of backstory. Like, how'd you get started? What was your first sale? And eventually, how'd you build up to doing 65,000? You're operating at a 25 to 30% margin, you said. So that's pretty damn good for an Amazon business. So
yeah,
if you want to kind of walk us through the ins and outs.
Yeah, man. So I've been kind of like flipping things on the side since like high school. Like my eBay account has been a thing since 2012 or 2011, something like that. So I kind of got into it early, just like flipping, like not even flipping, just like selling like video games or just like stuff around the house. Once I like kind of figured that out as a kid to like, get some extra money to, go out and have fun with my friends. Like I wanted to do like a little bit more of it, but I didn't really pay attention to it more until my dad had a side business to where we would go into mobile homes where the house, whether or someone in the family like passed away or for whatever reason, those houses are vacant and they have a bunch of shit in there. And we would go in, we call them trash outs, and remove all the trash, clean them out, take pictures, send them to the bank, and we'd get a check for, doing the service. And my dad dragged me along. I hated it at first. In high school, it was not what you want to do. But, once I did it for extra money in college and even after college, you start finding stuff in there. And top of 2023, we did a trash out. And it was a hoarder's house, like trash stacked up like above our shoulders. And it was just me and my dad. It took us like 3 or 4 weeks to do it. But I found like a crazy Pokemon card collection I knew Pokemon cards were like worth some money, and I ended up finding some really good cards and probably sold the collection for around $4,000 to $5,000 just flipping it all on eBay. And then a bunch of video games, consoles, PS1, PS2, PS3 games, SNES. Like I felt like I found like I struck gold as far as like got this all for free, flipped it all on eBay. It was probably like $7,000 or $8,000 worth of stuff. And I was like, all right, like it got my brain, like it got my, the serotonin levels were just insane. And I wanted to like figure out a way to like, all right, I want to keep doing this somehow. I don't know if the trash out thing, like I kind of got lucky there. Right. So how can I like turn this capital into like turn it into like a legit business? And I think at that time, obviously your algorithm is like interest-based. So I think Steve Rakin fell on my TikTok or Instagram feed. You fell on my TikTok or Instagram feed. And I saw you guys like flipping books. I was like, this is interesting. So kind of how my brain works. I just like do a real deep dive on things and see if it's legit. And it was, and set up my Amazon seller account, I sent like a few books in from the house just to see what happens. Mm-hmm. And I sold, it was like, pretty popular books, like under like probably like 50,000. And they all sold like right away, like 8 or 9 books from my house. And my brother had like a $90 like political science or physical science like textbook and sold like right away. I was like, all right, this is sick. Like I can do this. So I got myself a scanner, was going out to, everywhere where everybody starts, thrift stores, library sales for sure. And was doing that for a while. Probably like 4 or 5 months I was doing that. And then I found Joji, and eventually you just get into the community and you find all the people that are doing the different models. And I found Joji. It was just interesting to hear from him. He's a high school teacher, doing like 6 figures, which is crazy.
In profit.
Yeah, in profit. Exactly. That's not revenue. Like he's pocketing that. And he just retired from teaching to do this full time, which is crazy. As same age as me too. That's the main thing that was super relatable, was like seeing a guy like him that's my age. There's a lot of, not that this older people, but there's a lot of older folks that do books. And it was cool to see, younger guy like kind of crushing it, but also has a full-time job like me doing it and doing it from home and not like really lifting a finger besides understanding data. That's all you got to do in OA. So started learning that, got into the seasonal group with Victor, and then took Joji's Amazon to Amazon masterclass and really understood Keepa product finder, and learning how to do like, manual Keepa sourcing on my own. And just started from there, man. Like started, finding like it's crazy ROI in books that you can, especially even in OA, like you can find books for like $10 and flip them into like $150 sometimes. It's not all the time, but in Victor's group, he calls them evergreen books. Those books that sell all year round. They're not seasonal, and like you can find some books sometimes with Keepa Deals or Product Finder. If you're really good at it, you can find books that flip for some crazy ROI. So I started transitioning into that for like 7 or 8 months, building up my seasonal lists. Christmas was the season where I was like, all right, this is actually insane. Like I probably did. There was a time my last 30 days was at like $13,000 in sales around Christmas time. It was like the tail end of like Thanksgiving, and then up to like December 15th or 16th, it was like 12,000 in sales. I have the screenshot on my Instagram because I just wanted to have it just for motivation later on. But that's when I was like, all right, like this is like for real. Like flipping, you can get $6 Christmas book, flip it to 30, and you can go deep on it too, like 4 or 5 units each. So that's when I was like, all right, I gotta go all in on this. So I'm kind of rambling now, but I feel like I'm to the point where I got a real hold on OA. There's always stuff to learn, but I feel like I can get to 100K. Within
100%. If you want to like take a step back real quick and tell people like what are some golden tips, golden nuggets on thrifting and going to libraries or just going out physically and finding books, like what have you found has allowed you to like maximize your profit? And then also when it comes to online arbitrage, kind of like the same thing, a few tips for what really allowed you to, because you're flipping books profitably, congratulations, but like
sure,
complete beginners, what kind of tips would you have in both realms?
Yeah. So like scanning and thrifting, everybody knows that, competition is at the Goodwills, thrift stores, depending on your area. I live in like the Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati area. So I don't think the competition is too crazy here. I see people scanning and out and whatnot, but usually it's like Goodwills, and like usually there's not much there anyways, unless you get lucky. Library sales for sure. I was doing that a lot early on, getting there early. The first 20 or 30 people are going to be scanning. So you just got to get in there and take like your girlfriend with you or somebody that will scan and bring books with you. But if you really want to like get a bunch of inventory in bulk, like you have to make relationships. And I've learned this from Mike, the used book guy. I'm in his Discord group, and he's really hit home like the value of actually having relationships before they hit the library sales, before they hit the thrift stores. So I've really taken that into account the last couple months. I've put up Craigslist ads. I've literally made a mass email list of like libraries, junk removal companies, what else? Like estate sale companies, anyone that deals with the inventory that you're trying to get. I probably sent out like 80 or 90 emails to like these companies, pretty much telling them I buy in bulk for this amount. Right now, I think I try to be around like 15 cents per pound for books, and then like 10 cents per DVD or CD. And I've actually got a few hits on that. I sent it out like a month ago. I did a library pickup. Actually, it was after a library sale, so it was all the inventory they had left after the sale, and that could be risky for some people. It could be all duds, but fortunately enough for this one, I'm only like, I have like 80 boxes in my basement right now, and I'm only like 10 boxes through, and I've already doubled my money, so I gotta go all through that inventory as well. But I don't know. The main tips I would say is like think outside the box. Like you got to figure out how to intercept the middleman, and like be the middleman essentially from from the libraries, from the junk removal companies, from the estate sales, so you can get them all in bulk. And we call it like baby bulk, I think, in the Discord. It's not like bulk where like the mega bulk sellers are getting Gaylord after Gaylord. They're able to process them all. They have their processes down, but like someone's like collection at their house, you can easily, process
Mhm.
it yourself. Like send what you can into Amazon and then sell everything else to like buyback companies or whatever, whoever takes the buybacks, and then like, figure out ways to like either lot them on Facebook Marketplace or just dispose of the duds. But
How
that
are you shipping your items out to Amazon?
how? Yeah.
Yeah.
So GoToLister for sure. Yeah. Like, I was doing inventory lab for like 7 or 8 months because I wasn't scanning anymore. I was just doing OA. So
Mhm.
I didn't really see the need for me to have GoToLister, and Be Cool, integrates with inventory lab with the buy
We'll
cost,
probably
whatever.
integrate with Be Cool
That's cool.
eventually.
Yeah, and at the same time, like I know how powerful GoToLister is, and I was excited to get back to it too because it's dude. I started to process these like little baby bulk buys with inventory
Uh-huh.
lab, and it was going so slow.
So
Like I
slow,
was
yeah.
like, this is what Romer be preaching right here. It's like
Yeah.
this is so slow, and I was like, dude, this is it, man. So I switched over, and I'm happy to be back with GoToLister.
Dude,
But
I'll tell you something though. Your comment about we're having net profit come out very soon with
yeah,
GoToLister.
love it.
So here I'll show you real quick. All right, so if you look here, Tanner, you can see this is your sales report. But if you click on profit,
Yeah,
it's going to break down the profit you're making each day, and this is like after what you paid for the items, what Amazon fees are, and what your total profit is. And by the end of this year, we're gonna have a tax report. So you'll click on like end of year tax report, and it's gonna factor in like everything.
love it.
So basically, same as inventory lab, but it's gonna look a lot better. I think it already looks better.
It
That's
does.
my personal preference. But if you're concerned about analytics, GoToLister has them, and we have an app too. You should
Yeah, no,
definitely
I
download
have
our
the
app.
app. The app is awesome, man. Like I signed up for some when I first got started. Not first I got started. Like later on, I found like some app that does like the alerts that you get on your phone or whatever. And then as soon as I downloaded that and I saw it, you had them. I was like, this is sick.
Yeah. So my friend Taylor, co-host of Miami Sellers Conference, he has an app called Seller Mobile, or he doesn't have the app. He used to pay $70 a month for it.
Wow.
And he's my partner in business. He's actually my partner in GoToLister. He has a little bit of equity in the company. And I'm
Nice.
like, dude, let's just make an app just like that. Save you $70 a month. And obviously people want it. So now GoToLister has an app. So if you use GoToLister, you can download it. It shows you what your total inventory valuation is at Amazon. So you can see exactly, Tanner, before this call, we were talking about boom, baby. And it's got order notifications too. But Tanner, you were telling me like you have so much capital tied up at
Yeah.
Amazon, and that's like a overwhelming feeling when you're just like, crap, like where'd all my money go? But all of it's at Amazon,
Mhm.
and you want to know how much is that in the GoToLister app. You could sign up for GoToLister today as a completely brand new user, and it's going to show you what your total sales value is at Amazon. So this account has 63,000 at Amazon. So that's at available sales value. And if you
Mhm.
scroll over all the way to the right, it's going to tell you expected profit. So 24,000 expected profit if everything sold today on that account. And then you can also see there's 300,000 inbound, and that's $100,000 of potential profit inbound to Amazon. So then, when you look at your bank account and you're like, oh, where'd all my money go? You can then look at Amazon and be like, oh, well, I have 98,000 worth of profit at Amazon, and that's $300,000 sales value. So for me, that helps me. Like I like seeing those numbers.
100%. Yeah, man. It's just the speed of GoToLister. I love the mobile app is really, really cool, man. And just supporting, a fellow bookseller, and I've learned a lot from you. Like I know the money's going to a good place and you guys actually listen to us, and you know,
100%.
you're hearing our feedback, and we know the updates are coming. I know like bandwidth wise what's developed takes time to roll out everything that you want to roll out.
Yeah.
But I just know that good things are coming, and I apologize for going the other way for a little bit. But
That's right.
but but yeah, I'm back and I'm happy to be back. I guess I'll flip the question to you. Like, what's your plans to help OA booksellers with as far as GoToLister features go?
Yeah.
In the near future.
For OA booksellers, I feel like the app's already a huge value add because you can just quickly scroll through and see like what your profit is per book.
Yeah.
I think the P&L is really going to help OA booksellers. We do have a cool feature that is awesome for wholesalers. Let me actually pull this up real quick. This may help OA booksellers. So as you can see here, this is in the inventory page, and what it's going to tell you is your total available quantity. So let's say you went deep on a textbook, maybe you bought 5-10 copies. It's going to show you your sales for the last 7 days, 30 days, 90 days, 180 days. And this is really helpful for wholesale because I can see, I've sold 310 units of this item. And over the last 30 days, I've sold 752 and I have 640 in stock. So I can just do the math. I've sold 750 the last 30 days. I have 640 currently available. And this is really cool too. It tells you how much is inbound. So I know I have 900 total. So if I just looked at my Amazon quantity, I'd be kind of confused on restocking, but I know I have 900. So I'm good for the next 30 days, but probably in about a week or two, I should consider reordering more of this product. So just showing sales on a per ASIN basis is probably going to be pretty helpful for textbook guys if they go deeper on quantities of books.
That's really cool.
And then whatever else you want, just let us know. But I think the P&L will help textbook guys a lot. But I'm open to suggestions too.
Yeah, I think the main thing is I work with Lil Al and Frank, and just like the listing process, he would list through. I don't know if he would list through. I think he lists through Inventory Lab, and then the input the buy cost there. I don't know if there's a way for him to do that with GoToLister because then I would have to go through after the order's made and put the buy cost in after.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we're working on bulk upload. That'll be later this year, but I've talked to Frank about that. So then he'll be able to upload essentially your ASIN and the buy costs associated with it and SKU probably. And then it'll all be saved on the back end. So you'll have all your buy costs and stuff. So that's coming soon. And we're going to release 2D barcodes probably the next week because apparently you get faster check-in times with those. So
yeah, that's what the boxing team's promoting, right?
Exactly.
Are they a competitor to you guys now?
Yeah,
okay.
They are. And that's just because like our vision is to take out Inventory Lab, and I think that's their vision too. So
I don't know what their model is, or I mean I know those guys are mostly guys that do like RA and OA, maybe wholesale too. But I know your target niche is probably mostly booksellers, right?
Yeah. Right now we're booksellers. We do have a few RA, OA people, but our vision's to get the whole market and like provide value to everybody. You know, that's why we throw Miami Sellers Conference, get all the sellers together, and then have profit analytics and optimize shipping for all sellers with one platform. And I think booksellers kind of are difficult to deal with. So if you can optimize something for booksellers, you're really making it like the best for everyone because we're listing a bunch of different SKUs.
Yeah.
And it's a pain in the ass. Like every item you list is different. So I think booksellers have come up with ways to become the most efficient already.
Yeah, man. It's really cool what you've built for real.
Sweet. Well, I appreciate you. If people have questions, can they reach out to you on the Facebook group?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tanner how do you pronounce your last name? Is it Moves?
No, it's Mavis actually.
Mavis.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's German. Don't ask me why it's pronounced that way.
Okay. Tanner Mavis in the GoToLister group. If you guys have questions, appreciate you coming on, brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Rummer.
If you guys want to learn more about flipping books on Amazon, we're actually doing a live training this Wednesday, the 24th of July, with Joji Davenport, who did $100,000 in profit last year flipping books on Amazon. So what he does is he purchases books that are, for whatever reason, they're too low. There's a myriad of reasons, which we'll go over in the free training. But he purchases them for an average of $16 and sells them, I think, for like $50 plus. He did $100,000 profit last year, over $250,000 in sales. He was a high school teacher. He actually just quit his job. He's made a lot of money flipping books on Amazon, and he's going to break down step by step how you can achieve the same. And in this video we did a very basic high level overview, but if you want an in-depth training, consider coming to this free training. Click the link below and sign up, and we will see you there. It's going down Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Much love. Peace.